Great morning. It is May 3rd. Now, last night I had a really bizarre dream. I haven't had dreams for quite a number of years. So this was really, really bizarre. But I was walking along this roadway, and it was blue sky, a few clouds, fluffy white clouds and things, and then all of a sudden, this blackest black you can imagine, like squid ink. When a squid is trying to get away, they propel this ink out. It was like that across the sky. I could see it where it was starting ahead of me. Okay? And it went across the sky and upwards. And then as I'm watching this unfold, there's this little dog coming over the hill down this road, and he's got a cart attached to him. And he's running, and he's got this cart, and then behind is coming this car fast, and I'm worried this little dog is going to get hit and killed. But the little dog's running, and he gets up here, and I get the cart removed from him, and he's okay. And then it shifts, and I'm in a car, and we're driving down that road. And I'm not driving, so I'm not in control of it, It's not something that could be somebody else's in control of it, okay? So I'm sitting in the back seat, and there's somebody else sitting on the other side. Big guy. There's another guy driving, and going fast, and it's pitch black. And I'm wondering, how can you see to drive, because it's pitch black. That black came across the sky. And so going. And then the next thing, it shifts again, and I was in a room, was there by myself, and got up, got ready to go, and left. And then the next scene, it shifted again. And all of a sudden, I'm in a room with these two people. And there was, I think it was a TV was on, and they wanted to change it to something else. And there had a hair clippers there. And one of the guys was going to use it, and it had really big attachment on it. But I picked it up and I went to do my hair, and part of the attachment came off, and I took a big divot out of the back of my hair. Took a big divot out. And then that was it. I don't remember anymore. So there was one more scene. It was a car. And big guy was sitting in it, and it looked new. It looked pristine. It was a green color. Green car. I mean, really green, like Kelly green, and was sitting in there. And he was just enamored of this. But it was. I looked, and it was, had holes in the upholstery above his head. It had holes in it. I could see it was I said, no, this is not good. It's already falling apart and it's brand new. The upholstery is coming apart at the seams. It's got holes in it. Okay, it's got holes in it. And they said, and the guy, his daughter was missing, and here he is looking at this car, which had holes in it, which was of ill repair. And I'm like, how can you be looking at this car, shiny car that's not worth anything? It's already deteriorating when you've got a daughter missing. Okay, it's kind of like, how can you do that? So that was the last scene. So I'm sitting with that this morning, trying to figure out what is going on. And I think, I got up this morning and I looked on the net and it was saying Putin may declare war on Ukraine. And I think that's what it has to do with. It's like this diversion, like the dark is trying to make like the squid, like the ink, and cover things over like a diversion. And part of things are missing, and part of it's going to get cut out. Part of the rivet's going to get cut out. And that, we're not in control of this situation. And we have the little one running with the cart. The cart was empty, but it was okay. And that he's looking at this shiny new car, but it was defective. Okay, it was defective. So I think, those are the times coming up. Going to use another diversion, like the squid, for really dark, something really dark. But in the end, what he's looking for is defective. Whatever he's bringing in is defective. And he should worry about the loss of his daughter, loss of Russia. It looks like perhaps loss of Russia itself in the end. Because he's more worried, rather than his daughter, rather than the people of Russia worrying about them, he wants to have this new bright shiny object, which is already defective. Whatever he's bringing in is defective. And there's going to be some losses. Maybe that's with Ukraine. There's going to be some losses, some things cut out. So that's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking, I'm wondering if he declares war, if there will have to be more stepping up by NATO or by other things. That might be the opening, the door opening. Okay. So that's what I'm getting with that. But this is not to, say he's going to win or something. It's not that. He's not going to. And it may look really dark, but it's like another diversion type of thing that's going to take place. And somebody else is in control, okay? So that's what I got so far, but we'll see. When I got up, I'm like, what in the world is that about? And then I read he may declare war on Ukraine. Then it started kind of filtering through. As to what this may be representing. We may be coming up that all of a sudden this is going to take place very quickly. He's going to perhaps do this like the squid with the ink in it. It looks totally dark. Black, ink black. Covering the skies, but yeah, he's chasing this shiny object. But is losing Mother Russia, losing the daughter, losing the... So yeah, I'm going to sit with it and see, what else comes out with this. But that's what I've got so far. Because we're on this roadway, we're walking this path, and we're continuing forward. There was no reversal with anything. It was all continuing forward. But I had like scene after scene after scene, a shift after shift after shift. So if he does this, maybe others will be pulled into it. Maybe others will be pulled into it as well if he declares war. So I get the Temperance card going into it, which for me is about sometimes temperance is cooling off. And in the center, he wants to strengthen things. In the end point, he's feeling embattled. So I think he wants to try to up the ante. Because underneath of it, sleepless nights and trying to figure a way to go forward. So putting out some other type of an offering of hidden agenda. Comes to Russia, this is also the values of the U.S. embattled. Looking for the ship to come in. Death. Transitioning into something else because things are cooling. But I'm wondering if he declares war, if other countries will then be pulled into it. Strengthen. Fighting. Hidden. Out in the cold. So yeah, if he declares war, it may open the door to other countries participating. But I don't feel, with the dream I had, it's not doom and gloom. Even if he declares war, he's looking at a shiny object, but it's defective. And he's lost sight of his daughter, of the whole of Russia, the whole of Ukraine. Maybe the daughter is Ukraine. Because his mother Russia and Ukraine. So maybe the one is Ukraine. So he's not concerned with Ukraine. He's just concerned with that new object. Yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. Yeah, I know it's a lot of speculation and a lot of trying to piece this together. But I wanted to put it out there so we can watch the events and see how this dream tallies, what's coming forward, and what this could represent. Now, usually for me in dreams, if you're having kundalini and stuff and you're having dreams, usually vehicles will represent the physical form. But in this case, I feel like it might represent the where this is heading. Okay, where this is heading. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this here for now. Oh my goodness, Chit Chat Kit Kats. And I'm thinking I may go ahead and leave today or tomorrow. and take off on my journey, and I'll take care of the dental stuff when I get back. I may have a reprieve here for a while. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out. But yeah, Ronald should be on the airplane on his way over here to take care of some things in the house. And yeah, which I do so appreciate. My microwave went out, so he's going to install another microwave in there for me. I can't believe how much I depend on that thing. It's been, you know, crazy without it. So anyway, I'll be really happy to get that back in here again. And yeah, I just count my blessings, you know, with everything that's going on. There was a woman here, an artist, and she was attacked by this pit bull that was out. That I don't know if it was just you belonged to somebody or didn't, but she lost her arm in the attack. She lost her arm up to her elbow, one arm, and the other arm, I guess she's really had to have extensive work on it as well. And here she is, an artist, a painter. So that is really tough. Older woman, she's in her 80s. And she's healing, you know. But so you know, no matter what's going on, I count my blessings. I am so fortunate, you know. I'm so fortunate. So, yeah. You know, we hear of other people's tragedies, and just see how fortunate we are. With no matter what's going on in our life, there's always somebody that's having something much more tragic and difficult to deal with. So count your blessings every day, no matter what's taking place, and we'll go forward, you know. But don't be surprised if Putin does declare war. Because Putin is kind of at his wit's end, okay? Now, I don't know how he's going to explain war when he's telling them that they're the great liberators and that people are so happy to see them. So how does he go from, you know, we're the great liberators and everything's going great, and, you know, it's the Ukrainians that are dying, not our Russian soldiers, from that to I'm declaring war. I get like it's like the squid ink, like a you know, he's more concerned with his own thing, with that new shiny object, which is full of holes, already full of holes, than he is concerned about his daughter, about the Ukrainians, okay? So I think that's what that dream has to do with. Yeah. On that note, I'm going to leave this, and thanks for tuning in. Much love and light. What do you think about it? Because, like I said, the dream was just in segment, and then the next segment, it was kind of like a play. You have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, Act 4. All these different acts. Piecemeal, and then you try to piecemeal it together. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, Love and Light. See you online.